Okay, hi everybody. So, it's almost my birthday, and actually it's almost my second birthday. Um, so I call my second birthday because it's the day that I came out as bisexual. Um, and like it's kind of the day that I came out as who I really am, instead of hiding it inside all these years, being in the closet and all. So yeah, almost getting up to the date that I came out to my birth mom, and yeah, I'm actually kind of taking it pretty hard. It's the second year, so I feel like I shouldn't be taking it that hard, but being out for almost 2 years, and I haven't had a relationship with my birth mom for almost 2 years because of that. So I guess this video is kind of gonna be about my coming out story, I guess, because I kind of just want to share that with you. It kind of started on February 1st. My grandmother passed away, and that was really hard on me. My grandmother was on my mom's side, so that was really difficult because I was really close to her and everything, and it was right before my birthday because my birthday is on the 10th, so it was kind of a really shitty birthday, and it was really hard for me to get through. And then on February 13th, so 3 days after my birthday, my great-grandmother on my dad's side actually passed away as well. So I had two deaths in the midst of 2 weeks, and my birthday was kind of right smack in the middle. So I was going through a lot that year, well, that month, couple weeks, whatever you want to call it. And so I was kind of like, I felt like my mom and I were getting closer. Like, my dad and I are already close, so I didn't have to worry about that. But my mom and I were getting closer and everything because of the deaths and everything. And it's kind of just like, well, I don't want you to die now and like us not have a relationship and everything. And in my head, it was like I never got to tell my grandmother that I was bi. So that was really hard on me because it's like she never really knew who I was. So I decided that I wanted to tell my mom because, number one, we were getting closer because of the death, and then number two, because I didn't want her to die and not know who I was, because I had such a hard time with that. So I was actually at the mall, and I was doing some shopping, and I was planning on asking this girl out to semi-formal, and I decided that that was a good way to actually come out to my mom. So I texted her because I was just like, I was done, like I needed to get it out. It was like then or never, because I felt like I'd never tell her if I didn't tell her that moment. So I texted her and I said, Mom, do you love me no matter what? And she said yes. And I say, Mom, do you accept me no matter what? And she says, yes, of course, why wouldn't I? And I texted back and I'm like, Mom, I'm bisexual and I'm thinking about asking this girl to send me formal. And I'm waiting for a reply. And finally, after about 15 minutes, she responds and she says, I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that. Sorry, my cat just jumped on the box and it freaked me out. So I'm staring at my phone and I text her back and I'm like, well, you just said that you'd love and accept me no matter what. And now, like, you don't have anything to say? And she's like, well, it's not right, so why would I have anything to say? And I pretty much just broke. like, she said that she's not gonna accept me no matter what, and then I come out as bi. It's not even like I came out as a lesbian, so it's not like there's no chance that I'm ever gonna be with a guy. I came out as bi. Like, you don't know my preferences. Like, you're acting like it's the end of the world. Or she was acting like it's the end of the world. So after that, I talked to her a bit, but every single time, like, we just kept getting in huge fights because, like, all I want is, like, her acceptance, and I knew that, I didn't have it, so that was really difficult. And then, a couple weeks later, so this is probably, like, February 20th, I'd say, and a couple weeks later, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Her and I actually got into another big fight, and she had pictures of my great-grandmother and I, like the one from my dad's side, and, oh, hi, Izzy. She texted me and she's like, I have 2 pictures of you at your first communion with your great-grandparents. And I said, okay, and then she said, yeah, so if you want them, just let me know. And I said, okay, but, like, I really don't feel comfortable talking to you, because she kept trying to make conversation, and I told her I didn't feel comfortable talking to her because, I knew that she didn't accept me, and it's just kind of like, it was too much for me. So then she messaged me back, and she actually said, okay, fine, I ripped up the pictures, they're already thrown out, like, you can tell your dad that I'm not gonna pay child support anymore, and, yeah, so that was fun, and then I stopped talking to her on March 8th of 2012. That was, what the fuck is my cat doing? Anyway, that was the first time that we stopped talking, and it went from March 8th to about the end of June without talking, and then I went to see her at her work in June because I was like, okay, it's been a few months, like, let's see how things go. So I went to her work and I spent the lunch break with her and everything. Like, we caught up, and I didn't bring up anything about being bi. I mentioned that my partner at the time and I had broken up and that I was having a difficult time with it. That was about it. She didn't really get into that conversation, which was okay. And then after, I was like, hey, love you, like, text me, and she's like, yeah, I'll text you and we can meet up again. And then after that, we got into another big fight because I'm bi and she still didn't accept me, and it's not even like she was trying to accept me. She was just like, hey, I'm not accepting you, like, that's it. She didn't try to understand it or anything. So yeah, after that, it was about, like, a week later from when I saw her too. So then, like, beginning of July to about 2 weeks before Christmas of 2013. No, of 2012, sorry. And she messaged me, and she actually sent me a letter, like a card, and then she invited me over for Christmas. And I said yes because I got to see my little brother. So I went over for Christmas, and she made me go to church with her, which was really awkward because I feel really uncomfortable in churches now. But that's kind of like my own personal thing. So spent the night there, woke up Christmas morning with my brother and everything. And they wouldn't stop talking about how they were so happy that I was there and everything. And then I left, and then we kept talking till about January. January of 2013, the new year. and we got into another big fight because I called her out for not even trying to accept me and trying to understand, and then we stopped talking, and I don't have her on Facebook, and I don't have her. Actually, back in June of 2012, I changed my number, and she still doesn't have my number to this day. So that happened, and then I didn't talk to her till about June of 2013 when my grandpa passed away, and then after that I haven't really talked to her at all. I've been to a couple lessons, or a couple swimming lessons of my little brother's, because he wanted me there, and he made her text me and invite me to see him swim, so I had to sit with her then, but aside from that, we don't talk. She actually, the last time I saw her was November, and I was still with my ex at that time, so it was probably like beginning mid-November. No, it was mid-November. And oh wait, no, it was late November because I had just broken up with my ex. Sorry. And then she went on a cruise for Christmas, and she hasn't talked to me since. It's been like another 2-3 months without talking to her. Yeah.